You're here with the Mouse Vibes. We're back at Universal Studios Hollywood for our final Halloween Horror Night update. A couple days ago, Universal Studios Hollywood announced the last 3 remaining mazes, this year's scare zones, and the theme for the Terror Tram this year. We're almost 2 weeks away, and I couldn't be any more excited. Let's get in the park. There's so much to unpack. Let's have a great day. Welcome back to another episode of the Mouse Vibes. So stoked to be back at Universal Studios Hollywood for another Halloween Horror Night update. So much has changed since last time we were here. Scare zones are up. We're gonna check out the very first scare zone on the upper lot. It looks like it's gonna be Sideshow Slaughterhouse. Let's go check it out, guys. Last year, this was the Demon City Scare Zone. Now it's been taken off by this Freak Show Carnival over here. It kind of reminds me of that one season of American Horror Story Freak Show. We're already gonna have the Sarah Paulson character, the Siamese twins. We have a bearded lady over here. A lady has a one eye with a snake, which is kind of crazy and awesome at the same time. And right next to the Siamese twin lady is actually a fortune teller booth right over here. It looks like it's gonna be some type of jump scare or something inside. The doors are locked, and actually team members are looking inside to see what it is. Everyone's super curious. It's interesting that the Sideshow Slaughterhouse is gonna be right next to these awesome fire cannons. I wonder how all of that's gonna look with all the different characters. I hope we get some of the Freak Show characters out here wandering around. That'd be amazing. One of the biggest questions for this year's Halloween Horror Nights is what was gonna happen with the former Walking Dead attraction right behind me. It's been closed for a couple of years, but we finally got an answer from Universal Studios Hollywood. This is gonna be the Universal Horror Hotel. John Murdy made a special announcement at Midsummer Scream earlier this year, and he talked about an original story coming to this year's Halloween Horror Nights. This is the spot for it. I can't wait to see what they do inside. It makes me kind of wonder, is this gonna be something they change out every year for a maze? There was rumors for a long time that this area would be absorbed into Pet's Place and Minions Way. I don't know if that's necessarily the case anymore. It'd be cool if this is always a maze, because before The Walking Dead it was a maze. I like the lineage of the maze in this area. Hopefully it's here to stay. The area that we're standing in right now is gonna be called the Plaza de los Muertos area. This is gonna be the one area if you wanna get all your adult beverages, snacks on the go here on the upper lot. Even the refreshment cards have a little bit of theming to it, which I love. They even have the Legend of La Llorona display over here. La Llorona is also known as the Weeping Woman. She has been part of the Hispanic culture since the days of the conquistadors. And then right over here, we're gonna have the Mariachi de los Muertos area. This is so cool. Look how themed it is. And how can we forget about this gigantic bar over here? This is where you're gonna grab your cervezas and all your cocktails to go here on the upper lot. They have another display over here. These are gonna have the sugar skulls in it, which is totally Dios de los Muertos theme. And then we also have a little grab and go station over here. It's gonna be called the Little Cocina, the Little Kitchen. It is a little kitchen, not just a clever name.
That it's not just a clever name.
Another rumor that's finally been put to rest. We have final confirmation from Universal Studios Hollywood that the maze behind me will be the home for La Llorona. This nightmare is coming to life this year for Halloween Horror Nights 2022. This was a fan favorite a few years ago, and I've been hearing that you have to do it. I can't wait. I mean, check out the detail of this facade over here. People are buried right over here. We're gonna have this well, which doesn't look like it's safe drinking water at all. I'm sure there's gonna be more details coming to the facade in the next couple weeks. Again, we're still about 2 weeks away from the actual event starting. Frank! You're the man. I love you, Frank. Everyone knows it. Are you excited for Halloween Horror Nights? I can't wait to see you there. I'll be there. Oh, bye, Frank. We've made our way over to the France area here on the upper lot. Where I'm standing right now is gonna be another scare zone for this year. Last year, this was the home to the Silver Scream Queens, an all-female scare zone, which I absolutely love. We just got confirmation that this year, this will be the El Pueblo de Terra. It's an extension of the La Llorona maze. You can actually see that there's displays all over here for different myths, and they're kind of set up like comic books. You're gonna have El Chupacabra over here, which...
That right there just sounds crazy.
I mean, this guy looks terrifying. He's got a machete, he's riding a dead horse right now, but he's looking pretty fly with that outfit. So it looks like we're gonna get 6 different stories that are gonna be taking up this entire scare zone. Hopefully all 6 of these characters will be roaming around. One of the only downsides of this scare zone is you're only able to access it if you go through the La Llorona house. So you're gonna go through the house right over here, and then you're gonna exit and be part of the Pueblo de Terra. I love that right when you exit the house, you're not safe. You still have to go through the scare zone to get out of it. It's kind of terrifying and exciting at the same time. Another thing to look out for is the Minion Cafe will be open this year for Halloween Horror Nights. Last year it didn't open until the last couple weeks of the event, but they're letting you know there's signage that this will be open for Halloween Horror Nights. We're over here in the Illuminations area by Pet's Place and Minions Way, and I just want to give you guys a heads up that pretty much everything in this area is closed for Halloween Horror Nights. The Minions ride is closed, Secret Life of Pets is closed, but above all that, the thing that makes me the most sad is Mulligan's is closed. This is my favorite place to grab a drink. I don't know why it's closed. It's probably for like traffic reasons, but Mulligan's is the best. Universal Orlando has Finnegan's, which is like the hub. I feel like Mulligan's could be that, but it's not. We've made our way where the Animal Actor Show is, and this is now transformed into the Haunted Forest. It says, "I turn back if I were you." This is creepy. This is actually not listed as an official scare zone for this year's event. This just looks like a haunted forest area by the bathroom. So if you really have to use the restroom, you're gonna have to pay to play. You're gonna have to get over your biggest fears, go through the Haunted Forest to relieve yourself, which is kind of terrifying, actually. I don't know if that would make me want to go to the bathroom more or less. Also, another thing I'm noticing, there's a lot of dead animals, animal skeletons on each of these displays. Is this like also a pet cemetery? Because the only thing more terrifying than a normal cemetery is a pet cemetery.
Sometimes that is better.
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter will also be opening during this year's Halloween Horror Nights. It'll be inviting guests to experience some of your favorite attractions, including Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, Flight of the Hippogriff, and for the first time ever, Death Eaters, a group of Voldemort's most devoted followers, will roam Hogsmeade Village looking for others willing to show loyalty to the Dark Lord's cause. Adding the Death Eaters is an absolute game changer. Last year, this area was just basically a walkway to get to the mazes in the Curious George parking lot. I love that they're adding characters. I love that the rides are going to be open and really bring this area to life. I don't think there's anything more spooky than the Death Eaters roaming here at nighttime. Next, let's head over to the world famous Studio Tram tour. That way we can get an up close look at one of the newest confirmed mazes coming to this year's Halloween Horror Nights, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, another fan favorite that is making its return. Also, we can take a look at what's going on with the Studio Tram tour, the Terror Tram for Halloween Horror Nights. We did get confirmation that Nope will be part of it, but not only Nope, Jordan Peele's Us will be tied into it. We're gonna get a 2-for-1, 2 of my favorite movies coming over to the Terror Tram this year. The Studio Tram tour today was so much fun. Our tour guide was amazing. He gave us so many Easter eggs and tidbits in there. But we got a great glimpse onto the Studio Tram tour, see a little bit of Nope from Jordan Peele's movie. We also were able to see the facade for Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which looked incredible. And then exiting the tram tour, we have this awesome photo op right over here. It got me so pumped for Halloween Horror Nights. I cannot wait to go. So we were about to wrap it up and call it a day for a Halloween Horror Night update. And John Murdy just put out a tweet saying that there was something going on over at the Scarecrow, the Reaping Maze. So we made our way over to the Curious George parking lot to take a look. And John wasn't kidding. There are boxes full of crows. You can see crows on the front of the facade on top of the house. By looking at the amount of boxes, I would say there's easily like 100 in there. I cannot wait to see what this maze looks like going forward. We still have 2 more weeks until this thing is complete. This thing right now looks like the scariest maze. All right, and that's gonna wrap up our final Halloween Horror Night update for 2022. We showed you all the mazes, the scare zones, and the theme for this year's Terror Tram, and I can't wait wait. We're about 2.5 weeks out. It's my favorite event that Universal puts on. And just a reminder, this year's event is gonna run from September 9th all the way through October 31st. So you have about 2 months of horror to experience here at Universal Studios Hollywood. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It really helps us grow. And if not, thanks for stopping by.